Alden's Indy boot is a legend. It is rugged, classic, and has a history tied to one of the most famous fictional archaeologists of all time. It's also very expensive, costing over $700. But what if you could get that same look, that same high quality construction, and that same heritage feel for less than half the price? The Luosjiet Indiana Moc Toe boot is an obvious clone of the Indy, but is it a cheap knockoff or a legitimate contender that makes the Alden obsolete? Let's get into it. Welcome to Stray Reviews. I'm Lee, and I'm here to help you find the best men's lifestyle gear and apparel. And today I'm reviewing the Luosjiet Indiana Moc Toe boot in brown full-grain pull-up cowhide. This boot is a direct homage to the Alden Indy, featuring the distinct mock toe stitching and the classic work boot silhouette. Luosjiet sells this model for $259, which immediately sets it up as a serious value contender against the much more expensive American-made original. The leather on this pair is a brown grain cowhide sourced from Prime Asia, which is a very large tanner that supplies leather to major global brands. The leather has a decent pull-up quality, it's no chrome excel, and the color lightens in areas where the leather flexes, which will give it some pretty great character over time. For construction, Luosjiet didn't cut any corners. The boot features a 270-degree Goodyear storm welt, a robust construction method that makes the boot durable and fully resolable. The outsole is a combination of cork and rubber, giving you some pretty good grip. The interior is fully leather lined, and it also includes a leather covered heel pad. The hardware is solid on these with 5 pairs of eyelets and 4 pairs of speed hooks at the top, and they're topped off with flat wax laces. The boot comes in a full range of EU sizes from 37 to 47 and also has wide sizes available. Like I said, these sell for $259 and they're made in China. And being a Chinese brand might explain why it seems like every boot reviewer pronounces their name differently. Luosjiet.
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 Or as I called it, loose jets, because they shot out of nowhere.
If you'd like to take a closer look at the Luosjiet Indiana Moc Toe boot, I'll leave a link down in the description. Alright, let's start off with the good of the Luosjiet Indiana Moc Toe boot. The first thing you notice is the craftsmanship. This boot is built like a tank. Every stitch is clean, the storm welt is expertly done, and the leather quality is pretty high on these. Even the piping at the vamp and the collar are excellently done, and also the piping is something that's missing from the original Indy. I've reviewed boots that cost twice as much as this, in like the $500 range, and the construction here is on par with them. The fact that Luosjiet can deliver this level of quality at a $259 price point is pretty impressive. The hardware on these is also excellent. The eyelets and the speed hooks are robust. The speed hooks aren't going to crimp or bend easily, which is kind of a common issue with some boots that use cheaper hardware. This boot feels substantial in your hand and feels substantial on your foot as well. Next is the fit and the initial comfort. For those with wider feet, this boot is a win for sure. I went with a European 44, which aligns with my US Brennick size 10, and I'm glad that I did. The boot is wide enough to be immediately comfortable across the ball of my foot, and sizing up just a little bit ensures that my toes have enough room in the toe box. I also have enough room to drop in a thin footbed if I chose to do that as well. The biggest positive here though is the value proposition. For anyone who loves the look of the Alden Indy but has always hesitated because of that price tag, this boot can be the answer. It delivers the aesthetic, the quality construction, and that premium feel for less than half the cost. Owning these boots has completely removed any desire, really, that I had to buy the Alden Indy. The difference in price is just too great to justify for a boot that is functionally and aesthetically almost identical. Tap that like button for me if you like a boot that delivers premium quality without a bloated price tag. Okay, what about the negatives of the Luosjiet Indiana Moc Toe boot? To be honest, the complaints are minor, but they are worth noting. The first, for some people, is going to be the break-in period. While the wider last is comfortable, the leather itself is pretty stiff. This is a full grain leather and it needs time to stretch and mold your foot. Also, right now for me, the boots are a bit squeaky when I walk. And that noise will certainly go away once the leather breaks in and the sole components settle, but be prepared for a few days of a little bit of noise. You won't be sneaking up on anyone. My second point is more of a preference, and that's the speed hooks. The boot does come with 4 sets of speed hooks, and while speed hooks are great for quick lacing, I personally would have preferred like 3 sets. 4 hooks do feel a little bit excessive and can sometimes make tying my boots a bit of a chore, especially like the hooks are kind of small and they're sort of easy to skip. And this is a really minor point, but it's something I noticed and I get it. They wouldn't be an Indy clone with only 3 sets of speed hooks. The other point that I want to address is the origin of manufacturing. These boots are made in China, and for some people, this is a non-starter, and they're only going to buy American-made boots. If that's you, then this boot is not for you. However, the origin of manufacturing does not necessarily dictate the quality. This boot is proof that excellent materials and world-class craftsmanship does exist globally. And at the end of the day, you're getting a fantastic boot for the price. You tell me, what's your opinion about a high quality boot made overseas that is a clear copy of an American classic? Let me know down in the comments below. All right, I'm gonna give you my bottom line opinion, but if you're getting some value out of this today, then I want to invite you to the My Favorite Things free newsletter, where I send out a list of my favorite gear and apparel each month, and I'll leave a link to sign up for that down in the description as well. The bottom line is that the Luosjiet Indiana Moc Toe boot is an outstanding value boot. It is handsomely crafted with high quality leather and a durable Goodyear Stormwell construction. This boot delivers the classic rugged aesthetic of the Alden Indy at a fraction of the cost. If you want the look and the build quality without spending over $600, this is the boot that you should probably buy. But if you want to see my review of 4 all-American built Moc Toe boots, then check out this video here. I want to thank Luosjiet for sending me the Indiana Moc Toe boot for review. My opinions are my own, and I want to thank you for watching. I'll see you over in the next video.